my ear, it hurts. We all sometimes have that difficulty, don't we? Where we have some ear pain. My name is Jan, and I am an audiologist at My Hearing Center, a division of Aud Practice. So let's talk a little bit about ear pain. But first, I want to let you know, as I said, I am an audiologist. I am not a physician. I am not a medical doctor. So when you and I talk about that ear pain that you may end up having, what I'm going to do is take a look in your ears, obviously, give you some suggestions, and probably suggest that you see your family physician or an ear specialist. I am an audiologist, and as an audiologist, I can evaluate your hearing and then treat your hearing difficulties. But of course, we have to talk about ear pain if that's something you have. So to me, let's go back, talk a little bit about that ear pain, because to me, it's like a puzzle. We have to put all the pieces together of this puzzle. And so what we do when we evaluate hearing is we talk about where you may be having those hearing difficulties first, and then you may say, well, I get this ear pain. So let's talk about where we might have that ear pain. And we're going to start at the outer part of the ear, and that you may have something that we call a swimmer's ear or an external otitis media, the technical name. And what that means is that maybe you've been swimming a lot in a pool, in a lake, and you know it's dark and it's moist inside your ear, and sometimes bacteria or fungus can grow in your ear canal, and it can be very painful. You will come in and say it really hurts. You may know children who have had that. You may have had that when you were a child, or you may have it now. So when you come to see me, again, at My Hearing Center, a division of Aud Practice in Boynton Beach and Palm Springs, Florida, I'll take a look in your ear. Let's see what's going on in that external part, the part I can see. The next part we might want to talk about is your middle ear. And maybe you have an ear infection that's beyond the eardrum. And I will see, when I take a look in your ear, that you maybe have an ear infection. And again, I will probably be recommending that you go back to your family physician and or an ear specialist. You could have gotten an ear infection because you had a cold, could have an ear infection because you were flying with a cold, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But again, I will see that when I take a look in your ear. I'll also see that when I test your hearing. So I'll know exactly what's going on. So let's talk now about the flying when you have a cold. We all know that our ears sometimes get stopped up when we're on an airplane. What is the most difficult is the descent. Okay, that takes the longest for the plane to get down, and that's where very often our ears tend to bother us. Often what we'll do is we'll try and do what's called a Valsalva maneuver, where you hold your nose and blow. I personally don't like it. I don't like the feeling of it, but many people do, and it does open their ears. I find if I swallow, if I yawn, that my ears will pop. Sometimes, though, we can't get our ears to pop, and it causes a lot of discomfort. When I used to work many years ago with an ear, nose, and throat physician, his suggestion was to take nose drops, Afrin decongestant nose drops. Now check and make sure that you can take those, because again, there are many people, based on what it says of the contraindications on the nose drops, that you might not want to use it. But again, remember, the descent is the hardest on the ears, and what you can do is to take nose drops and put them in your nose. About 20 minutes before you land, blow your nose, and then you'll find that your ears won't bother you as much. So remember, it's nose drops in the nose, not in the ears, not in the ears. Nope, nope. It's in the nose. Blow your nose, and that will definitely help you on that descent when you're flying. Other causes of maybe ear pain. One thing, people love Q-tips. No. Bad idea. Do not use Q-tips. I know that people are addicted to Q-tips. They love to get in there and clean their ears. Don't do it. Why? We need wax in our ears. Wax acts like a lubricant for your ears. It stops them from itching really badly. Wax, as you know, is sticky and gummy. And when you take a Q-tip, you're just sticking that sticky, gummy stuff deeper and deeper in your ear, makes it much more difficult to get out. Because if you have too much wax in your ear, it will be like a wet plug in your ear, and then we're going to need to have to take it out. So don't use Q-tips. People very often slip, and they go too deep, and you can rupture your eardrum or your tympanic membrane. So don't use Q-tips. Really get away from that. Taking a washcloth and just wiping the outside of your ears, that's just fine. But the Q-tips in your ear, bad idea. So that will be one thing. Stay away from using those Q-tips. Sometimes people have something called TMJ. You may have heard of that. Temporomandibular joint syndrome. And what that means is maybe you're clenching your teeth really, really hard. Maybe it's happening when you're sleeping. Maybe it's happening throughout the day. When you're stressed, you may find that you're clenching your jaw. And when you do that, you get referred pain to the ear. So very often, I will take a look in your ear if I don't see anything and yet you're still complaining of pain. If you kind of hold your fingers near where your jaw is, if that's sore, then you may have TMJ syndrome. And again, we're going to send you to a physician or an ear specialist to see what we can do about that TMJ syndrome. So those are kind of in some of the ear pains that we may end up seeing in the office. Again, I would love to see you in my office because, again, I love to put puzzle pieces together and find out how I can help you, not only with your hearing and giving you hearing devices and helping you with your hearing in your everyday life, but helping you if you happen to occasionally have some ear pain, which can happen. Call us for an appointment. I would love to see you. If you'd like to come in for an evaluation, so I can evaluate your hearing and see what I can do to help you. Perhaps it's with hearing aids. Give us a call. I'd love to have you come on in. And so I'll listen to you. We'll talk. We'll find out what we can do for you. So again, hopefully you won't have that, oh, I've got ear pain. But if you do, let me look. Let's talk about it. Let's see what we can do. May send you to your physician or to a specialist, but I'd love to be able to help you. So again, that's it for this week. I'll see you next week. Take care. No ear pain. Don't want that. Bye.